feel that breeze blowing, see clouds rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since Mike's gone live again. But I know the storms are coming, drunk donkey told me so. But that cone keeps moving down the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always watch Mike's weather page and you'll know when to run. But I hung around with her, Lord, I almost died.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let me get my camera turned on here. There's our tune, one of them. Does anybody recognize that? That was our one of our tunes last year from our buddy Andy Simmons. Wrote us 4 songs last year just for our webpage, man. 4 songs. We got halfway to an album. It's awesome. Yeah, man. Actually, we got the Back in the Cone Again that I got the year before. I bought the rights to, and I still play that one, but Andy's more personal because he wrote it for us, and that was fun, right? He's a good dude. In fact, he's going to do a podcast pretty soon. I'm going to be on it. So there you go. All right. What's up, Chris? Up there in Tarpon Springs. Patrick. Yep, that was Johnny Cash parody. What's up, Jim? Hey, Dina Ladd. Yeah, we're going to do the full album, man. We'll download it on iTunes. We'll have a hurricane party. We'll play it at ABC. We'll get ABC Fine Wine and Spirits to play it on their intercoms during the hurricane season. Craziness, right? Yeah, all right, so we're talking tropics, and I joked last night. I know a lot of people in Florida were pissed off because the rain forecast was a bust. And, hey, you know, I like to think I'm a little more into the tropical systems than I am anything else. But definitely every model was wrong. So nobody saw that one coming. There were some isolated spots, but not that big stuff that the models were predicting. And that's because our front went a little bit, hey, what's up, Dwayne? That's right, buddy. I hype it up, man. I bet you I got 99% approve or agree with you. What's up, Telford? Yeah, I had already had my coffee, Sarah, so I'm good. Yeah, it was freezing in Cherokee. Hey, Jen, I just drove through Cherokee. Check it out. So we crossed 441 last, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? There wasn't a soul on the road. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning. It was like a ghost town. Yeah, hey, your rain's coming, Miami. Guess what? It's just going to be a couple days late. All right, so let's talk about the tropics. And we got a little spinach alert. Yep. What's up, North Carolina? Yeah, I saw it was 33 degrees up in North Carolina, I think in Charlotte area. Man, it broke a record. There's my Louis cup, by the way. We're getting ready for the tropics, so. All right, so we got a lot of weather. We'll try to keep it short and sweet. Hey, we got some Bahama friends. You got hit hard, Bella, no doubt. No doubt. All right, so here's a little graphic I found real quick. All right, so I joked on Twitter this morning that May is the new June. June 1st starts the tropical season, and of course, it'll be a lot of media coverage in June. But since 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and probably 20, we've had our first named storm of the season. So the date thing always kind of gets me. Thanks, Mary. The date thing always gets me a little riled up because, you know, they make a big deal about June 1st, the start of the season. But the last 5 years, maybe 6 years, we're going to have a start of the season before the official start of the season. It's like Christmas in July. So, all right, so we'll get that out of the way. But anyway, this is on Spectrum. What channel was this? This is Spectrum News out of Charlotte, it appears. So I just Googled it this morning just to get it clear picture for everybody to see that. So I posted that on our supporter page this morning too. So there's that. And we have a lot of new supporters. Best way to support the site, be a Mike's Weather Page supporter. I've been trying to post a little bit more cool, in-depth stuff. Maybe all the good Facebook Lives are always going to be here on Facebook free, so no worries. But if you like weather a little bit more, like to see a little bit more in-depth stuff sometimes, then I'll post it, because the supporter page has their own private little chat room that they get to chat. So if you want to do a little bit more, there you go. Appreciate it. All right, so what's going on with the tropics? Here's this latest. Let me post you this. This is what I put together this morning. This has been the general trend. We've been talking about this dying front now for a week, and it's definitely panning out. Here's the latest models from overnight. It does appear East Coast Florida. The CMC was the only outlier that had a little bit more westward movement towards Florida, but this morning you can see everything's kind of brewing down south of Florida, and people think, why waste my time on stuff like this? Well, A, it could be an A storm, A. B, as you just saw, we have friends in the Bahamas, and they're going to get wet and stormy. That was what we were just looking at here. This is the Euro. Let's rewind it real quick. This is a thunderstorm possibility, but you can see this thing form. What are you doing, Sarah? Come here. You're being goofy. Go. What's up? Say hi. All right, come here. All right, so here we go. Bahamas could get some action, and we have friends in Bermuda. So it's not always a fish storm. Remember that. And Sarah wants to say hi. Sarah, say hi, everybody. There's Sarah. There's our Sarah. She gets mad. She goes, "You going to do a live today?" Right? We're doing a live. There you are. Say hi, everybody. Don't tell everybody that we didn't comb your hair today. Mommy gets mad. I love homeschooling. You don't have to get them dressed. So there's that. All right, so let's take a look at all these model maps. All right, so the big thing is this. All right, so we can look at some different things. I just posted this. This is another good graphic, too. Let me show you real quick. This one was posted by the National Weather Service out of Miami. So you will likely get your storms and rain down south. It's just coming a couple days late. The initial front was just a little tick to the south over the weekend for, and of course, we're waiting on Facebook. Come on. Hey, what's up, Amy? Surf's up. As we saw last year, Facebook doesn't like to open Facebook when we're already on Facebook. So this was posted by National Weather Service down in Miami. There you go. South Florida. The next, this Thursday, Friday, going into the weekend. It's going to be windy. It's going to be wet. So this is coming a couple days from now. Just so you know, it's official. So if you're tired of all my unofficial jargon, then you always have that to go to. Because we are social blogging, couch media allergists. So there you go. All right, so that's that. Here's some cool stuff we can look at. Real short, too, by the way. You know, we talk about today's weather and tomorrow's weather, but we have a high pressure basically over the southeast, right? And that's going to keep all these storms in Texas. They had storms yesterday. Tomorrow, a little bit more outlook here, but check it out on the border right here. So again, south and east, storm free. And then on day 3, again. So there's your next 3-day outlook. Louis just came by. So let's say hi to Louis real quick. Hey, Casper, I saw that, buddy. The Australian model, I think. Let's say hi to Louis real quick. Everybody likes to see Louis. Louis actually walked over today on his own. I got to fix my camera, too. I'm like the dark guy. So we'll say hi to Louis real quick. He knows the drill now. He's used to these. Now the birds will start chirping in a minute. They get jealous. So... All right, so there we go. All right, Cindy, yeah, talking weather. There you go. Whatever. So there's your next 3 days. All right, so if you look at the surface charts here from the NOAA, and general pattern is this low pressure going to come off of Florida here. This is Friday, stalled front. So we got a stalled front the next 3 days down to South Florida. That's why we have increased rain and wind South Florida the next 3 days. The front's going to start to whip out a little low pressure area over the Bahamas, and they had a little more closed low yesterday, but the general pattern is off the East Coast into early next week. We have a front coming down that's going to pick it up and move it out to sea. And you can see it really good on Tropical Tidbits. Let's show you the latest models there. TropicalTidbits.com, a free site, which is great. But here you go. General pattern, real simple. The Euro. Here's all our low energy this weekend. Starts to form on North Bahamas. could be classified maybe at a 5-day cone today. But we have a front coming down that's going to actually, before we were showing high pressure blocking, but this front might be a little bit stronger now. All the models are showing this front, and basically picks it up, heads it up toward Bermuda, and it keeps it kind of developed over the Atlantic. It does bounce it back to day 10, but we're just going to show the general pattern of the Euro there. GFS, same. This is going into Friday. There's your juice backing up. Starts to go a little bit more to the east of the Bahamas, and same general pattern toward Bermuda. CMC is a little bit closer to the coast. It's been kind of tagging the energy coming down and forming a little bit more to the west of Florida. There you go, coming off Bahamas. So there you go, three reputable models showing the same thing. That's what we look for, is consistency. We'll look at the UK as another great site. We can take a look at that. Then we'll look at some other good stuff. And if anything, this is a good test run for me, getting used to all the links and all of our stuff we look at. So here's the UK. Same thing. High pressure moves out, low pressure pulls up, and there's a little window of opportunity here. So there's that. Some of the rain forecasts, if the CMC does play out, we can look here a little closer. We'll take a look at this. So you can see that as our low comes up over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we could get a lot of action here, South Florida, East Coast, depending on how close this gets to the coast. And even still, I still think the East Coast needs a watch, winds and waves, and some of the models have a little bit closer to the east, but eventually it's going to pull out. So there's that. And the GFS far enough away that, so nothing's changed. Yeah, hey Linda, there's a lot of crap. I guess there you go, Mary. Yeah, African coast. They're spitting out some waves, but it's way too early in the season typically for these to. We show this a lot, but usually Africa is too cool, too much wind shear, and usually not until July that we get anything coming off of Africa to start watching. So the first month or so, we keep it close to home. Let me close the windows here, and then we'll see what's going on. So here's another map I pulled up. This is off Weather Nerds. These are all the ensembles from the European model. You can see that the European thinks if anything were to form, majority of them would be just off the coast. And another cool little graphic. This one here, I like this one. It's got pretty colors. Kind of blends them all in a little bit more. This is the general thinking on the Euro. Kind of puts all the little ensembles together and pinpoints the center location. The tropical storm. So we're up to 25-30% chance for Andrea here. It could be subtropical, they're saying. But there's that. And then moves on out. So I still think we're going to get a little circle from the NHC today, possibly. We'll be watching this graphic here. This is our 5-day cone, 5-day chances. So we'll see if they actually put a circle up. Hey Whitney, all I'm reading, buddy, subtropical, because I guess. Hey Matthew, yes, good point, man. The CMC is getting better and better and better and better and better. I'm telling you. They're the most consistent. They don't make these knee-jerk reactions that we see a lot of times. Even the Euro last year was pretty bouncy around from run to run. But the CMC yesterday was showing some energy coming off of Texas and spinning up a little bit. This is our vorticity map. You can see it right here. Look at that. See? Still showing it. See our big, large-scale system here spinning up. It's going to take some time to get going, but that's why it's subtropical. Subtropical systems are wider from the center. Storms are usually displaced from the center in a cooler core. Not enough time to develop a warm core center. But here's our little disturbance off of Texas that it keeps showing early next week. So interesting. Not to say it's, there's that vorticity there too. So that's kind of weird. But the Euro doesn't do anything with it. So here's a Euro vorticity map. And shows a general spinach. So hey, that's what we're watching. No big changes overnight. A little more confidence. that we could see. Let's see some other cool stuff. I mean, here's a general look right now. This is the stalled out front. It's going to be pulling up energy continuously from Central America here. This is where we're watching. Let's look at a long range infrared model here that I like with the Euro. We can take a look real quick here at some satellite imagery. Sometimes we can see it, or is it simulated water vapor? So this is a long-term look at water vapor along with infrared, and you can see it. I mean, it's definitely got the spinach on the Euro. So yeah, there you go. I'm not going to talk about rain in Florida this week. 1 week off. So when I blow, I did blow it because I reported it. I believed it. When every single model showed huge rain, I was like, hey, we're going to get rain. We didn't get rain. So the new rule this season will be when we have a blown forecast, we will, you got 1 week timeout that you can't talk about that forecast. So I can't talk about rain for South Florida for a week. Betty, yeah. Well, no, listen, Betty. It's still gonna be close enough to the East Coast again that South Florida and the East Coast of Florida for sure are going. There's Brody, that's Paul Delgado's dog. He's rivaling Louis. Here's rainfall in Texas today, 3 to 5 inches. That's going to produce some flash flooding. This is Texas right here. This just got posted by the Storm Prediction Center. Central Texas. This is my YouTube or Twitter feed. So let me show you this other graphic here. So again, this is this is what I posted earlier, but it's showing you the general theme here. Look at this, gale force gust. Look at that. That's for marine conditions, but that's going to be along the coastal areas. Tropical spins counterclockwise. So if our system's over the northern Bahamas, we're going to get a strong east flow of winds up to the east coast of Florida. So boating, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not looking good. So there's that one. Let's take a look at the wind maps again based on the Euro. How we're going to see that eastern flow starting Friday. There we go. There's Friday. There we go. Heavy rains Thursday night into Friday. There we go. So there's your strong winds into the southern tip of Florida here. These are wind gusts, but, we get that strong East Coast flow here as our systems tries to start tightening them up over the Bahamas over the weekend. So that's that. And then, of course, we get into it's a slow mover. There's our low pressure spinning Sunday at noon. So it's a slow mover. Sunday at noon, North Bahamas. Just enough winds along the East Coast to make it kind of a blistery day. But it's always cool to see the wind directions in line with pressures and spinach. All right, we can look at some wave forecasts here. Euro's not always the best. I guess wave watch is a little more maybe better. I don't know. But I don't know if these always pan out too well. I have a lot of wave links on the site. I did put up a new MJO graphic, Casper. I went back to the old traditional one. I found it. So there's your MJO, and we're in an increased pattern. MJO is something you usually talk about more during middle season, but we are in an increased pattern for thunderstorm activity. Green usually means sinking thunderstorm chances higher. So, Robert Brown. Somebody asked me who I am. Probably I am some average Joe. No, I'm not, Robert. I'm self-taught, internet smart. But I do have a lot of support from real meteorologists. So I never try to hype. I do get a little excited when there's something to talk about because that's what we talk about. What's up, AJ? So got a good track record, I think. I'm pretty proud of it, actually. Very proud of it. So we got the best fans in the world. That's what keeps me going. But So anyway, check this out. I updated my graphic here, by the way. Look at that. Live at 9:19 a.m. Most weekdays, because when I decided to take a snow trip, like Friday, I wasn't. And then I put on there, we're going to do a replay at noon. A lot of people like that. They could fast forward, rewind it easier to get through the bull BS. I almost said the S word. Hey, Lisa, you know what? I think you messaged me. Oh, you know what? Let's check it out. I took it with me to Gatlinburg. Look at that. And I got a screwdriver on it. It does take batteries, but I got to unscrew it. Darn it. I know you can charge it. I don't know. I'm going to open it up. I don't have a screwdriver here though. But we all bought a no weather radio together. Look at that. The best $20-$30 you ever spend. It's got USB charging spots. It's solar powered. It's a hand crank. Look at that. You can crank the battery. It's got FM radio, AM radio. It's got all the weather channels. Got an LED light. Got all kinds of cool stuff, man. It's the coolest thing ever, man. It's little. Look at that. Little. So there you go. Yeah, hey, Sean, I've been watching Mark. He's great. I think he's a little more into it than I am as far as he's a pretty smart guy. Hey, Bill, yeah, I'll look it up. Let me look it up real quick here because everybody always asks me. And the coolest thing about Amazon, you just go to your history, and I even bought a little... There's it. All right, there it is right there. That's what, $27.90. And it's got 4.5 stars, so that's it. That's pretty cool. We can tell it has any bigger. I don't know if it's got an internal battery. I don't know if it takes batteries though. I think you got to charge it. The only thing you got to charge it with got 3 charge options. You plug it in. Yeah, I don't think it takes AAA's. I think you got to USB charge it. But I'll open it up. I think he messaged me. I'll look it up. So there's that. There. So cool. Let me close the windows. So we got a little brewing. Let's see if I talked about everything. Here's your rain chances. Can't talk about rain. There you go, Whitney. Official radio of Drunk Donkey Nation. That's right. We are wild and crazy. Good group of people, right? Right. All right. Let's see what else is. Hey, Amy, thanks. Hey, I'm going to do a couple podcasts coming up too. I got 2 emails today actually, so we'll have more talkage. Hey, Christopher Self, they got him. Cool. My wife works at Publix. Her store manager Veronica. I'll message her. They should be getting their big signs up pretty soon. Hurricane season stuff. All right, let's look at what else is cooking here. Nothing really. Water temp's hot. This is a deceiving map, by the way. This was a weekly anomaly chart. I just learned this season, actually. Yeah, can't talk about rain. Toilet paper, yeah. Yep, talkage. There you go. This is your weekly anomaly chart. But when you look at the overall seasonal chart, it's right below it. NOAA satellite anomaly map. This is the season anomaly map, and you can see a little bit warmer. We do got a little pocket though, cool water. That's interesting. The Gulf Stream's bumping up in here. These are little loop eddies that spin around. So things have cooled down a little bit, but overall, they're comparing this main development region warmer than average. Pacific starting to cool off. There's Hawaii, but Pacific cooling off, sign of 0 El Nino, chances of a neutral La Nina pattern, which doesn't mean everything. I read an article yesterday that one of our strongest La Nina years, we only had 5 hurricanes that year. So can't always believe all the hype about more storms. It just means that there's chances of high storms. And there's chances of no storms. Hey, I'll go up. Panhandle rains. Let's take a look at some stuff. Let's look at Let's look at long range rain stuff here. Oh, that was a year. Well, anyway, I want to show that. Oh, I can look back here. Recently, can't find it. All right, let me close out this one. Let's look at some rain forecasts. Let me close out Facebook. Look at some short range radar. So the front's coming over the weekend. Let's look at long range. There's really no rain coming in the south and the east the next few days. In fact, I can talk about rain anywhere else but not South Florida. Mike, yes, there is a chance. The CMC and Euro are a little closer to the East Coast. So it all depends when this low starts to set up down in South Florida. It's definitely going to spin. It's definitely going to work its way northeast. We got our front coming down. It's going to kind of help push it along. But if it gets going a little bit closer, the vorticity, there's really no vorticity maps right now showing it. We'll start looking for signs of this where we start to see a little spin going on. It could be this little area down here, but we're going to see where it actually starts to get going in the next couple of days. Really no clear sign right now of any spinach down that way. So it's still, tropical TC, tropical cyclone formation is very hard to predict. So you can't put too much faith. I have to remind myself with these models. I mean, all I do is look for consistency, unity, and other parameters like shear. Like another good site on Levi's site is the upper wind shear, and it combines lower level and upper level wind shears. But we do see a pocket of relaxed shear coming early in the week, and generally it's not as bad as it was last week. So there, but again, this is we're not talking about our big hurricane. We're not talking about just just possible afternoon thunderstorm that's got spinach. So don't stress out. A lot of people see me post these things and they automatically assume it's going to be Hurricane Michael. So no, I will definitely raise my intensity level, and I try to say not strong, nothing severely to worry about. I just don't ever want to get caught up saying never or nothing, because if you get a tornado in off the Atlantic, or you get 5, 6, 7 inches of rain, that's pretty big stuff. So you can't always discount any possibility with anything. We've seen that a bazillion times. Forecasters will discredit a system this far out, and AJ, that's Eddie Money, buddy. Eddie Money. Hey, Casper, good point. I forgot where that one was. Maximum intensity potentials. I can't remember what site that was on. I think it was. Oh, it's right here, I think. No? I have to look it up. Oh, I had the vertical. I had these added last year. It was vertical instability. Yeah, remind me. Maximum intensity potential map. I can't remember where that one was at. Shoot me a message. Noah left town. 2 tickets to paradise. Yeah, hey Dustin, all right, we're going to look at rain. All right, so I can't mention rain for South Florida, but we can show it, like I said, for everybody else. So let's look at rain. Here we go. All right, so here's the weather coming up. Texas, we got storms today in Texas again. Actually, they just posted we got a potential for some serious flash flooding in middle Texas right now currently. In fact, we can go to Storm Prediction Center and see that right now, because we'll see mesoscale discussions. Whoops. Actually, it wasn't mesoscale. It was... the heck kind of discussion was it? It was probably global hazards overview. Where the heck was it? Site's not updating. Let's go back to Twitter real quick, because it was. Did I reshare it? Let me see. Here's more talk on tropics. A lot more talk on tropics. Lots of talk on tropics. Here's Ryan May talking about it. Low pressure off the East Coast. Here it is right here. This is from WPC. All right. So this one's got posted. If you're in Texas, 3 to 5 inches of rain coming ahead of our front. Look at that. That's right there in heart of middle Texas, nearing the coast. So big rains, unfortunately, flash flooding concern for Texas currently today. But long range, here we go. This is Texas. All right, then tomorrow we're getting into Wednesday tomorrow morning. We got a blocking high pressure across the south and the east. You can see it pretty much. Look at that. just blocking all the moisture. Here's our decaying front on the tail end of the high pressure. Pretty cool setup because as our high pressure spreads clockwise, kind of helps these things kick off sometimes, get a little spinach going. But anyway, here's the next thread of rain. There's our spinach coming north. This is getting into Thursday, Friday. It starts to pull northward. This has been very consistent. The last week we've been talking about this front stalling, pulling northward. Here it comes. There's a chance for some rain. South Florida, I'm not talking about you for another 22 hours, but this is Friday, Saturday. That it depends on how close it gets to the East Coast. So who was asking about the East Coast? It depends on how close our system's going to be. That's really the only big question at this point. And that obviously affects your weekend plans. So this is going into the weekend. It could be, if this GFS is right, which, at this point I hope it is, because if we're not really talking about nothing other than just, except for rains, if people want rains, the GFS is going to be far enough off to the east that it wouldn't affect Florida. So that's the big questions. But let's go back to the Panhandle. We had people asking about the Panhandle. And this front set up right here over the weekend, next weekend, this is the front that's going to push out our system to the east. So we'll see, and really nothing. High pressure builds back in. So Florida is pretty dry, other than the south and maybe east coast. But look at that. Very little rain in the south and the east. Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. Maybe a little bit more Mississippi over the first part of next week. But pretty dry along the south and the east here in the next week because of that blocking high pressure system. Your 7-day rain map. So there you go. 7-day rain map. Pretty dry in the south and the east. So that's that. Denise, I was joking about South Florida. I said when I blow a forecast this year, then I can't talk about anything similar to that forecast for 24 hours. But that's a joke. So, hey, Katie, our meme girl. All right, what else cooking? Lisa, you're going to get a little rain in the southern part. Looks like it. Looks like Louisiana. It's mainly the south is locked into this high. This is the next 7-day rain. So, all right. What else are you guys chit-chatting about? And then we will watch this thing progress in the next couple days. So, I guess the curious thing will be today. We'll get an NHC mention likely, hopefully, just so we can stop the speculation. Man, if I start out the season wrong twice, I'm gonna go to Skyway Bridge. Hey, Jason, because the timing of this system. All right, so Florida friends, let's just forget about last weekend. That was a bust, obviously. But the setup we're watching. Let me go to the 7-day. 7-day, we got this front. And if you want to know what happened last weekend, that front, the big blob coming off of Texas stayed a little too far south, and it really hammered Cuba. It just missed Florida by about 30 miles. But it all depends on our setup here, on our it sounds like I sound like a seal. It all depends on our low pressure and how close it gets to the coast. That'll be the big question. If the low pressure stays close to the East Coast, like the Euro says in the CMC, Florida's going to get a lot more action from this. If it stays a little farther out, Bahamas for sure, you're going to get wet Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Florida, the big question is going to be how close it is to the East Coast. And again, that blocking high pressure that we were seeing yesterday, we look for flip-flopping of the models, and it all started out going northeast, and we had a couple, but now we're back to this front coming down. Here's that front. This is going to open the doors for, there's our low pressure. This is the front that's going to pretty much block any movement back to the east as of now. So if this front remains strong, then it'll more likely absorb our low or push it out towards Bermuda and out to sea. So other than a surf event and windy event along East Coast, Virginia South, does not appear this thing is going to turn into you guys. So anyway, yes, Cindy, I do remember that. I do remember the Skyway Bridge. What was it, 1980? Nope. Michelle Lewis, very little rain chances the next week. I'm sorry. Charleston, you're kind of in the same blocking pattern. You know, we're in this high pressure dome right now, and there's just not a lot of, you know, high pressure is going to dominate for 3 or 4 days here. You can see it. That's what's keeping our front just plugging away down south. But we're, you know, pretty much Virginia to parts of Mississippi, we're going to be dry for 3 or 4 days. So, Cindy, you were 5. I was, oh man. So I tell a story every year. So I grew up Bradenton in Palmetto, and I was at a daycare before school, and me and my buddy were playing with walkie-talkies. Remember those walkie-talkies? And it was raining. I don't have a very good memory. I can barely remember parts of high school, but I remember this day. And it had to be a truck driver came on the radio, and he did Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Skyway Bridge is falling down. And I remember running to my teacher and telling her that, and I got in trouble. I got put in a corner. They can't do that anymore. I think if you get put in a corner, teachers will probably get fired. But I was put in a corner, yelled at for making up such a terrible lie, and obviously it turned out to be true. So. But you know, if you were in her shoes, what would you do too? I don't know. I mean, that seems like such a far-fetched thing to have happen, but it happened, and man, it was bad, scary. I YouTubed some old videos. There's a really good Coast Guard video on it. That you can listen to. This is the distress call. Mayday, Mayday. I thought was really fascinating.
Number of persons on board, over. This is it. All the emergency equipment out to the Skyway Bridge. Vessel check with the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge is down. Get all emergency equipment out to the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge is down. There's a mayday. Emergency situation. Stop the traffic on that Skyway Bridge.
Man, it's so raw. So you can Google that. It was bone chilling. Cindy, I know. Isn't that crazy? I tell you, I don't know. Everything's changing. It's sad. Will life ever get back the way it was? I don't know. Amazon Prime is a documentary, Chris. It's awesome. I'll take a look. No, Brian. She's still plugging away. She's around. All right. Well, you know, there you go. So we got a little kickoff the tropics coming, likely. A little mention coming from NHC. That'll fire up the old media, and maybe it'll get 1 minute of coverage. Seems like can't get any weather news. Well, you can go to Weather Channel. We love Jim Cantori and Stephanie Abrams have both pumped our site. Yeah, I don't know about that, Whitney. I think there's going to be 2 schools of thought on that. So, what else is cooking? Anything on Twitter? So, all the big Mets now are talking about it, which is, you know, cool. Here's, again, we showed Ryan Mayhew. He's talking about it. You know, the warm Gulf Stream. You know, mentioned that, obviously, a couple days ago. The Gulf Stream is warm. That's why, you know, we get these early season kickoffs. Usually, you know, last week's system ran into too much shear. We talked a lot about that. But the warm Gulf Stream and this little, you know, we showed the shear thing enough that I believe that this is going to have a brief window because we have a little bit of pocket of reduced shear. But, you know, again, we're not talking big, you know, hurricane. We're just talking about little tropical storm depression. Yeah, Melissa, yeah, we got to save toilet paper. Speaking of toilet paper, I'll fast forward it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but ABC did their hurricane special at my house,
You're watching an ABC Action Weather special.
And
Wade Shattuck, I was struggling
there's
with
me.
online.
So they had the Red Cross come, and then
Help for this mission. And we brought
let me
with
see.
us
There's
today
a funny
Janet McGuire
part about
from
toilet
the Red
paper.
Cross. And Janet and I had a very own special flashlight.
Always in the archive.
Let's see.
Gallon.
Can opener will be in the kit. And there are other
Make sure you insure fridge license,
King.
gas pumps, session.
Where the heck is-
with your
a pair.
there you can.
Never even dreamed about.
All right, here we go. This is funny.
Toilet paper. Never even dreamed about toilet paper. Since the
Toilet
Boilers
paper.
were such good sports, we had a surprise for them from ABC Action News.
We got a new
and
kitchen
the
now.
Red Cross.
That's the old kitchen.
Mobile hurricane kit.
So that was Wayne Shattuck.
Yes.
There's little
Mission
Emily.
accomplished.
There's little Emily. Look
Wayne
at her, man.
Shattuck,
She's up here now.
ABC Action News.
Our thanks to Wayne, Janet, and the Boylan family.
That was fun. Good times. So yeah, I didn't know about it, but you got to have toilet paper in your hurricane kit. So if you can invest in Charmin, if that's a thing, go get toilet paper now, because we're gonna be running out. So all right, 10 o'clock. I don't know if we got any school today or not. Emily, you up? She fell back asleep. Teenager. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what time our next class is. I think I got one at 10:45 for Sarah. So I'm gonna upload this up to YouTube and rebroadcast it, and we'll watch Tropics together. Nothing to worry about. Just East Coast Florida, Southern Florida. Emily just texted me, "I have a live." There you go. So I do love the age the kids start to text at least the parents, so that we can communicate, right? So. All right, cool, man. All right, hey, Chantel. Yeah, no toilet paper. What's up with that? Agua, yeah, we need gas. It sucks that we got gas and nowhere to go. I don't know. By the looks of the roads, though, there's a lot of people driving. All right, hey, what's up, Robert? Gail, thank you. Yeah, Melissa, they're just slowly getting back to normal. My wife works at Publix, and she says every morning, boy, it's like a rush to get down the paper aisle. But so my theory is we've gone out to eat a few times now, and there's definitely less people going out to eat. There's obviously less people going to stores, so people are going to the bathroom more at home, right? It makes sense. Yeah, Cindy, that's a cool feeling, right? When they text back. So Lisa, yeah, I'll unscrew my little radio and see what kind of battery it takes. I hope it takes batteries. Thank you, Loretta Reed. Appreciate that. I know you're a big fan. Yeah, so we're in it. We're in it for another season. I'll be here pretty much every day. So tell your friends and family, watch us, and be part of Drunk Donkey Nation. And I'm sure we have some haters out there, which makes the world go around, right? So it's all good. All right, be good, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for sure, and I'll be posting all day. I got a lot of work to do on the computers, so I'll be flooding the pages if we get any National Weather Service hurricane posts for sure, because that'll wake everybody up. So, all right, be good. Bye.